What have you found creates a really like? What have you found creates the best production? What is a good production for you of a song?
It's a hard, it's a hard question.
But it's a subjective question, not what you think like the industry thinks. What you personally like, what you personally think is a great, production of a song, or this creates a hit, or whatever the case is.
Got you. I mean, for me, I feel like the song just needs to be like the actual written song, like needs to be
Mm.
fire. Like I feel like the production around it needs to serve that because like if the song is like all right and the production's really cool, like people will hear it and be like, "Whoa, that's crazy!" But it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to be a song that like lives on forever. So I feel like it's like as long as the written song is like just really good and just like makes you like feel something,
Mm-hmm.
then you're good to go. Then you can just kind of like just build around that, and like a lot of songs honestly don't need much. It's like the song is so good, and you're just like, oh, I'll just do just a couple things, and then that's a record. So
Yeah, man, it
um,
is
it,
one of the hardest things I think as a producer. Somebody that makes my own music, and is I the hardest thing to decide is when to stop. Like,
right,
or like when does this, like, do I release this song and it has just piano, or do I put all this other instrumentation? Where is finding that line of what is enough is a hard thing to figure out.
very difficult, and definitely something that like I struggle with because like I feel like I just want to do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but again, I feel like it just comes down to the song and really like listening to what you're doing and making sure that your production isn't getting in the way like of the song. So I feel
100%.
like that's really vague, but like it's just kind of just like listening to it and being like, oh, like can I still like feel the song behind all this production happening? So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Sometimes the production can be too busy and take away from the song. Absolutely, that's a
exactly,
great
which
point.
I love insane busy production, so it's it's
We
it's
all
hard to
do.
not do it,
We
but
we all do. It's
right.
so it's. I find that it's actually really so. I think that great producers can be also kind of go in the same category as great guitarists, great vocalists, great instrumentalists, whatever how you pronounce it. And in the
Mm,
sense of like a great guitarist, I talk about this all the time on my channel, is like not somebody that can shred these insane riffs. It's somebody that has the ability to shred those riffs but knows when to actually do them. You know what I mean? And it's not all about just like shredding up and down the neck, or vocalists doing all these insane runs. It's having the control of, okay, I can do them, and then I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of it here, but not like
right.
the whole thing has to be this insane run. And it's the same thing with the producer, I found. It's the same thing where it's like we have the ability to add all these sick things going on, tremolo effects going back and forth, and panning vocals, and but it's like, okay,
Right.
but knowing when to actually use it and when not to use it, I think is such a big important thing of being a producer.
Exactly. And I feel like that just comes with just doing a lot of productions and,
Yeah.
just being in the room with people and seeing like just like what works and what doesn't. And yeah, like again, like just listening to the song and being like, all right, does this really serve the song, or is this whole like insane hi-hat sequence just sick and I just love it. It's like, okay, I'll delete it. Fine.
Mhm. Hey, save it for another project, right? There's
Right,
always the next
exactly.
one. There's always the next one.